So today we're solving the system of equations by substitution. So number one, substitute just means to replace something. Y equals 6x minus 11 and negative 2x minus 3y.
Is this to prepare us for the next assignment?
No, this is like an assignment in and of itself.
Is it because you didn't want to get into the book?
I didn't like the books very well, no. We will do some more stuff out of the book, but just for the next few days, it'll be worksheets, 2 or 3 days. Yeah, sometimes I don't like the way the book does something. This is a little bit easier than the book because the Algebra 2 version has more fractions than the Algebra 1 version, but we'll save the fractions for later. Okay, substitute. So you cannot solve this equation or this equation because there's two variables. But if since y is equal to 6x minus 11, I can replace y in the other equation with 6x minus 11. So the bottom equation can be rewritten as negative 2x minus 3 times you guys remember that? And the advantage to doing that is now we have an equation with one variable, so we can figure out what x is. We can solve one variable equations. What should I do next? Distribute. Okay, this is where a lot of people get the problem wrong. Do you want to guess how people get it wrong? They don't bring the negative 3 with both of these. Or maybe they forget to multiply all together, or they add, or something, I don't know. But you multiply both of these by negative 3, so that's actually a positive 33 right there. That's usually where people make the mistake if they make one. They put a plus or minus 33 instead of a plus. Okay, now what should I do?
You like terms.
Yeah. Negative 2x minus 18x is negative 20x. So now we're kind of down to a basic equation. So subtract the 33. So divide by negative 20, I got x is 2. Now what?
Plug it in.
Right, we have an x and a y on this, so we need that. Usually one of the equations will be easier, especially on substitution. So if x is 2, this one will be easy. 6 times 2 minus 11 will give us y. 6 times 2 is 12, minus 11 is 1. Do you guys know how I could check that answer? Right, since I got that y from this equation, if it works in this one as well, then it should be good. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 minus 3 times 1 is negative 3 minus 7. Okay. Anyways, now you guys are going to help me. What? Does anybody want to volunteer to start? Grant?
Okay.
So how could we rewrite number 3?
Like the top one or the bottom one?
Just do the substitution line. I won't rewrite the whole thing.
Okay, so like 5x minus 4 parentheses negative 3x plus 5. And parentheses ended equals negative 3.
Okay, so we replace the y on the bottom with negative 3x plus 5.
Then we get like 12x after we do that. Minus 20 equals negative 3. And then you get 17x minus 20 is negative.
All of the problems today, this is kind of a big hint, should not have a fraction. No fractions, which means no decimals also. So if you got one, that's a bad if you get not a fraction, there's a good chance you did it right. Or at least, if you got like 2, maybe it was actually supposed to be -2 or something like that. That might be the case. Okay, I got x is 1, so I didn't write the original problem down, but probably that first equation on number 3 is the easiest place to plug that in, because y equals -3 times x. -3 times 1 is -3 plus 5. So it's just 1, 2. Do show some work. You might want to write tiny. These are not a ton of space in there. Okay. Does anybody want to volunteer or just go around in circles? Okay, Olivia.
4x minus 3 and then parentheses -2 equals 18.
Yeah, you guys, what's weird on this one?
It's like there's no like.
Yeah, there's no x on this one. They're just telling us what y equals, basically. So we already have the y. But yeah, you still have to plug it in, substitute it in to find the x. So this is -3 times -2 is +6. So I guess x is 3. And remember they told us what y is? I think that's the only one like that. Okay, and then something changes on 7. Did you say you threw up those chips?
She dropped. I shared my food with her and she like dropped it.
My story was a lot more interesting than yours. Okay, what's the problem on number 7? I mean, why? What?
gotta change it to equals x and.
Right, it doesn't say y equals, or it could say x equals, by the way, that would work too. Yeah, kind of like the last chapter when we changed it to slope-intercept form. We want it to say y equals. How do I make it say y equals? Okay, we could add 4x, right? To get rid of the minus 4x. So it's y equals 6 plus 4x, or last chapter we put 4x plus 6. I guess we did that yesterday too, didn't we? So now we have something that we can replace y with, 4x plus 6. So let's go clockwise. Hope.
What? It was on Olivia.
I know, but in my head it's still Grant, so we'll skip Olivia when we get over there.
Nerd emoji.
Okay,
Plug it in.
so what will this line become?
-5x minus 4x plus 6.
Okay, there is something wrong with this. Does anybody know what it is? Yeah, we have to subtract all of this, not just the 4x. So it's more like that. So, yeah, it's minus 4x and it's minus 6. So -5x minus 4x and then if I put in -3, maybe I should go counterclockwise. We always go Grant Hope. Maybe we should go Eli Caden.
No, you guys
I
did
strongly
that.
disagree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Alright. We always go that way, so let's go counterclockwise. So x is -3, so 4 times -3 is -12 plus 6 is -6.
What's your favorite Disney princess? Oh.
Are you serious?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
You should say none of them. That'd be the best.
Say what?
They're so
None of
good.
them.
I don't think I would pick my favorite Disney cartoon based on the princess. I was about 10 or 12 when Aladdin came out, and I really liked that one. So I'll go with Aladdin.
Wait, isn't that movie about like a tornado?
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a princess
I'm
in
just
it.
kidding, I do.
Darn it.
Probably.
Women have to ruin
For what? Princess and the
Okay,
Frog?
Eli, what should we do first on this one?
on the top one, add 5x to the other side.
Oh.
Because I said it was wrong.
No, because you had so
I
many.
got a fraction.
In
said there was no
fraction.
On number 8.
There's-
8 becomes normal because it's times 2.
Okay, there might be a fraction in the problem, but there's no fraction in the answer.
So hot. And he's
Force
got
it.
different errors.
I know,
That's my favorite.
Okay,
Boom. I
Substitute
love
it for y.
so what will it become?
My son watched it for like
Negative 3
6 hours.
x
It's so
plus,
good.
6 on the outside of parentheses 5x minus 2.
They defeated the demonic guy. With power of Christ. And magic
And
as
then
well.
just straighten it.
That doesn't sound right.
What? How? What?
I think Tangled
What do
is
you
like
autistic
the best
people
one. Like
do?
you can't say Tangled isn't the
I
best
would
Disney
say
princess.
Tangled.
Alright, girls, no, that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Is that
what?
a 6 or a?
Add so
It's the best 6 I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
-3x plus 30. You're just jealous of my 6s.
You tell him, Mr. Jordan.
What?
This one confuses people. Alright, now what? Add 12.
Oh, sorry, that's not
Yeah, oh, come on.
my bad.
So, yeah.
I used
Then
to
you
cry
divide,
because
x
I
would be 0.
Yeah. 28, 7x equals 0, divided by 27, x is 0, which is not no solution. Sometimes people put that. Actually, no solution is a possibility, but it's not. 0 is not no solution.
Are there any no solutions?
Yeah, but it's an odd, so. Okay, if I plug 0 back in right there, 5 times 0 minus 2, y is -2.
I used to cry because my dad used to call them devils.
Oh.
He's like, "Oh, that little devils." And I'd start crying.
I'm sure he wasn't good, but you.
I was an angel.
I think someone.
Okay.
I remember you biting people.
Stop it, guys. Stop it.
Oh.
Providing Bethany. It was a good. No, because every time I make fun of my brothers, they'd always be like, "At least my friends aren't cannibals." Every single time. I blame it on my mom, and she never stopped me when I did. What? Because I'd always bite.
Friends don't eat friends.
I don't think they were even.
I was so lucky it wasn't me.
So I was like, hey,
Bully.
I just bit my friend.
I don't know.
Didn't think anything of it. But now I'm a changed man. Yep.
You've really
It's okay,
matured.
so we all had, cards. Yours was biting people, but it's okay. I'm trying to make you feel better.
I'm not. When you graduate as a senior, I'll be like, Remember that time?
Oh no.
Well, that water went down. Great, what's your new record?
Okay, Forrest. Wait, was it Caden or Forrest? Caden, what should we do on this one?
I was not prepared.
Okay. Your forest came through.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
But
Okay.
like we don't have.
You could do minus 3y on the top.
Right. We don't need it to say y equals. It would be easier to get x by itself on this one. So you could subtract 3y and get x equals 1 minus 3y. Alright, then, but if you do that, just make sure you're replacing x, not y. So Caden, what will the equation become at the bottom?
It's like negative 3 and then the parentheses, what x equals like negative x, 1 minus 3y. And then parentheses and then minus 3y equals negative 15. Yeah, and you just kind of solve it.
Distribute.
Couldn't you make it easier? Like instead of solving the top one for x, you could solve the bottom one for like y for x.
Yeah.
Divide by 3.
She's the leader of the house.
Well, it wouldn't be easier, but you could simplify this equation by dividing by 3 or negative 3.
There wouldn't be any fractions.
There still aren't any fractions though.
That is
Wait,
It's good real.
It is.
Stop, I love Rio.
It just make the numbers smaller.
Oh, you're right, girl.
What?
Okay, this time we have y is negative 2, so 1 minus 3 times negative 2 is 1 plus 6. So that's 7. Also, if I remember right, I don't think any of the answers are like bigger than, like, no 2-digit answers. It's like negative 2 and 7 is about as big as it gets.
This is the worst thing for
I concur.
Yes, no fractions.
Come on, sir, can I please have a water?
She is not happy about that news.
Can I get a water, please?
Right now?
I wonder where that's from.
You got a decimal?
Please.
You.
No, it's, I already did the one that I usually do.
Oh, okay.
Why do y'all keep
It's
sitting
the
up?
Burger King guys.
You just kept on it.
I kept forgetting.
Girl, what do you mean?
This is for Forrest. Alright, Forrest, what do we do?
You make it x plus y equals x plus 3.
Yeah, add the x, y equals x plus 3. So this came from the bottom one, so that means we have to, whoops, plug it in the top one. So what will the top equation become?
So it'd be negative 3x plus 3 parentheses x plus 3 equals 4. This is just solve.
Oh, uh-oh, oh no. Oh no. What's happening?
No
It's gonna be
solution.
9 equals 4, but
Okay, 9 equals 4, which is nonsense. What did that mean?
no solution.
No solution. Okay, I need to make an important note. This will come up later. So there are there's no weird ones on the evens. But if this had said 9 equals 9, okay, no.
1.
Okay, when we had a one variable problem, it was all real numbers. Okay, when we were solving like 3x minus 1 equals 3x minus 1, that would be all real numbers. But when you have two variables, because the solutions are like 3, 1, you can't just say all real numbers because 3, 2 wouldn't work. Does that make sense? So you can't just say everything works because there's a bunch of stuff. So the way I want you to say it is just infinite solutions. But there's also an infinite number of non-solutions. So now this is not for today, but this will come up like on Friday or something. So, and this is the only no solution for today.
Yay.
Okay, if it's nonsense, 9 equals 4, nothing works. If it's 9 equals 9, that means there's an infinite number of things that work.
So don't write infinite solutions.
No, I was just saying when that happens later on, that's what we're gonna write. Okay, 15. A lot of these problems, like on 15, you could simplify by dividing the top line by 6 on every term. You don't have to, but okay. All right, Willow, what do you think?
Minus 5x.
We can get this bottom y by itself easily if we subtract 5x. So, what will the top equation become?
6x minus 6 minus 2.
It's plus, isn't it?
Wait, oh yeah, it is. Plus 6 parentheses minus 5x. Roll.
Are you okay, Hope?
That was Isa. All right. Distribute. Some larger numbers. 6 minus 30x is negative 24x. How many times is 24 going to 72? 3, so it's negative 3 in this case. Okay, if I put negative 3 right there, darn it. Negative 3 times negative 5 is 15. Negative 13 plus 15 is 2.
Mr. Golden,
Mm-hmm.
are you sure number 20 doesn't have a bigger?
Your fraction?
It's like, what?
Have a what?
Have a bigger than 2 digits.
No, I'm not sure.
Is that okay?
Okay, now I'm sure. It doesn't have 2 digits.
Okay.
A 2-digit number.
Is it bigger than that or?
No. 17. It's normal. 20 is normal. Okay, 17. This one's a little different again. Because 17 doesn't have a letter that's isolated. It doesn't say 5x plus y like the last one. So, Shelby, what do you think? What should we do?
Subtract 3x on 5.
Okay, this bottom one is going to simplify better because why? You can divide by 3 on everything, so that'll kind of get rid of the. So yeah, you could actually divide by 3 at the beginning, but let's go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. So divide by 3. So we get y equals negative 1x, negative x minus 1. Okay, so Shelby, what will the top equation become?
Negative 3x minus 4 parentheses negative x minus 1 equals 2.
Alright, distributive property, don't forget to distribute the minus with the 4. So those both become positive. If I put negative 2 right there, negative 2 is 2 minus 1. Is 1. Okay, we have saved the best for last. 19 is the hardest.
Not even.
It's
not
harder.
even 20.
Yeah, 20 is not that bad. 19 is easily. Because I knew Anya would want a hard one. Okay, well, the problem on this one is that there is no x or y that's particularly easy to get by itself. So there will be fractions no matter what we do. If I were doing it, I would get this x by itself because dividing by 2 is less messy than dividing by 7 or 8 or something. So, Anya, how could I get this x by itself?
You divide by 2.
Okay, you could divide by 2, yeah, at the beginning if you wanted to. So, but when you divide, you need to divide every term by 2. You could leave it as fractions if you wanted to. I think I'm going to go decimal. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Negative 17 divided by 2 is negative 8.5. Okay, now what? Now we want x to stay here. We want to say x equals. So how do I get? Huh? Yes. Yeah. So these don't mix over here, right? 8.5, 3.1, because that's a y. So it's just, here, right up here. X equals 3.5y minus 8.5. Okay, so I can pick that up and put it over in the original equation. What will the top equation become? So same stuff, there's just fractions or decimals. You're doing the same thing. So this would be minus 17.5y plus 42.5. You can subtract 42.5. Let's put these together. Negative 17.5 minus 8. I believe that's negative 25.5. So yeah, subtract 42.5. Okay, well, I remember what this was from this morning. It just came out as negative 25.5. So y is 1. And if we take that 1 and put it right there, 3.5 times 1 is 3.5 minus 8.5. Right. So x is negative 5, y is 1. We did it. What? Oh, they got lucky. Yeah, Ava and Shannon and Esau got out one.
Yo, should I just do the smelly extraordinary? Well, that stings. Bro.
This is Grant why you didn't give me your
That's a real
NHS thing.
That's a real stinker.
I didn't get my butt.